Hey everybody, it's Glenn McNeil here for Module 2 of the Get Traffic 3.0 coaching program. Today we're going to be talking about the Facebook PPC revolution. Again, my name is Zen Glenn. If you've ever been on one of my webinars, you'll know that it's a clothing optional event. This is a clothing optional training, so feel free to get comfortable. I don't know about you, but I'm in my pajamas, and I think it's pretty much going to stay that way until I get all these videos finished. And incidentally, there are a lot of them. We have a whole lot of material to cover in this module. What I want to tell you now is that, man, this is one of those moments where I just wish that there was like a machine, like in the Matrix, where you could just like sit down in a chair and somebody could plug a network cable into the back of your brain and just like download everything. But I'm sorry, I don't have that machine, so we're going to have to settle for the second best thing. I came up with an idea, though, that will help you kind of consume this content much, much, much faster. What I'm going to try to do here is record short videos with very descriptive titles, okay, and make them available for you to download. What I suggest you do is that you download them your computer and then go get a media player like the GOM player or the one of those open source media players that allow you to increase the playback speed. Okay, that's how I consume most video content because I just get bored. I can't sit and watch videos forever. All right. So look for a media player that allows you to adjust the playback speed, and what it needs to do is adjust the playback speed without making, me sound like a chipmunk or whatever, right? And there's lots of those out there. I'll put some links to some below this video or below they're in the resources section. Okay, so let's get into what we're going to be covering in this series of videos, and then we'll do a little bit of house cleaning, and I got some really funny stuff to tell you about. All right, so the material that we're going to be covering is some decisions that you need to make before you start. Okay, we talked about this stuff a little bit last week with Jonathan, and preparing your lead magnets and identifying who your target audience is and that kind of stuff. We're going to start using all of that stuff today. I'm just going to do as quick a review as I possibly can. I've got my own 2 cents to kind of throw into that, so I'm going to try to go over it really quickly. But I've heard that some of you may be struggling with some of the stuff regarding lead magnets and creating products and things like that. So I want to make sure that you guys are covered on that front. All right, so we're going to also move on to demographics and targeting. There'll be a whole section on that. That's the big piece of the puzzle here in Facebook because that's something that's very unique about Facebook advertising. And then we're going to do an ad creatives workshop. I'm going to give you a whole bunch of sample ideas for how to create ads really, really quickly and formulas to create them very fast. This is also going to cover, aside from the copywriting side of it, it's also going to cover how to select good images, split testing and rotating your images and all of that kind of stuff, with the goal of getting the most clicks and the most bang for your buck. All right, and then we're going to talk about budgeting and bidding strategy. Now, this is a little bit more important on Facebook than it probably is in other pay-per-click search engines like Google. I'm going to show you some sneaky tricks that I figured out with that. And then we're going to talk about landing pages. Now, this is kind of a weird conversation to have maybe because you might be saying, well, yeah, duh, we're going to send people to the fan page, but there are a lot of places where you can send traffic to, not just fan pages and not just external websites. You're going to be interested in seeing what I have to show you there. And there's some key strategies that have worked for us that I want to share with you about landing pages and some kind of non-intuitive ways to approach sending folks to a landing experience that consists of more than just a squeeze page. Then we're going to have a brief conversation about testing and tracking, and the reason that it's going to be somewhat brief is because the tracking solution in Facebook is pretty much straightforward, very easy to use. But there is one very important caveat that you need to know about tracking when you're sending visitors to a fan page and not an external website. Then once you get a good thing going, we're going to talk about scaling it up and how to manage things by creating an account structure that makes it easier for you to manage and makes your reports decipherable. Then we're just going to wrap it up, review everything. I'm going to give you some additional ideas. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video.